everybody, and welcome back to the world of Movie Melee. I am your host, Kaleb Koho, and tonight the belt is on the line. For the first time since Caleb Boatman dropped it at Final Act, we are going to have a singles champion. It'll be very, very exciting. Tonight, the Platinum Ticket Tournament has given us 3 people who've come out of it to play. We got Will the Virtuoso Cohen coming in off of a couple of victories. One, of course, over me. To be here tonight. He has been dancing around a title with your Milwaukee Beers, and now he gets a chance to play for it in singles. Also here, Jacoby, the Barbarian Bancroft, coming back after a hiatus. He was the MVP in the record reset. He was able to get 1 loss removed from the record, and then finds himself here today after an impressive upset over Tony D'Urso. To be here is going to be exciting to see what Jacoby can do. And lastly, Tim, the Hulk Brzakala, a name that when we talk about Movie Melee, probably wasn't someone that we thought could be here, but I think has proven himself in this ticket tournament as being really solid and is one of a few people to hold both a Fandom title and play for Melee. Will he be one of the exclusive club to hold both? We'll find out tonight. Joining me tonight on the desk is Vicious Dylan Vanthine. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing very good. Yeah, I think this is a fascinating matchup, I think, for the finals here. I mean, like, I'd say, yeah, maybe not the one that people would have predicted looking at the tournament, because some big names, I think, that many people just like penciled in as like maybe shoo-ins to make it to the finals, like namely Matthew Chen. Tim showed up and was like, not so fast. I'm not letting that happen. Took him out in round 2 of the tournament. Very impressive. And Tony D'Urso, like another one who, honestly, if you would have asked me at the beginning who I would have predicted to win the tournament, I probably would have said Tony. And Jacoby pulled off a very impressive win against him. Very excited to see if he carries that momentum here today. And Will has just been playing fantastic, like in both divisions in Melee this year. Like, fun fact, he's actually the only person in the top half of the rankings of this tournament who actually made it to the finals. So that's very, very impressive. Like, because then you have Jacoby, who's the number 7 seed, just outside of the top half of the seedings, and then Tim is the number 9. So yeah, a lot of stuff could happen here today. I'm just excited that one of these guys will be the next champion. I think that's very exciting. So yeah, let's go.
It's gonna be very, very exciting. So we'll go ahead and we'll start talking to our competitors. We'll go from lowest seed to highest seed, starting with Tim, the Hulk Brzakala, his manager, Twohig, Nicholas J. You kind of manifested it, Nick, in the last match's promos when you're talking about Tim, and that post-match interview was pretty hype. I'm pretty excited. So what are you guys, how are you guys feeling about being here? It's kind of historic being here. How are you feeling?
I manifested it in the first promo of the first match. I said, let's do our victory celebration now. I also wrote an article not so long ago, like, go back. I called out Tim as the dark horse to win this whole thing, and I really meant that because he look at all the shit behind him. He's seen all that. Have you seen all that? No. I have, but I didn't get to play for this. Go ahead, Tim. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I'm excited though. I put in the work, and then I was really, really into putting in the work, and then Ellie took a shit, and I didn't get to study for like 5 days. And I love my daughter more, so that was more important. But now I'm ready. I'm back. I'm ready to roll, and I'm excited. When Jacoby found out that I was playing, and we messaged, and he said, "Hey, congrats!" And I said, "Thanks, man. Congrats to you." And then I heard that when Will found out I was playing, he went, "Really, Tim?" So, I don't fucking know, man. Will seems like a nice guy, but then he says really like weird stuff that like puts me on edge. I'm just going to try to stay calm and be happy for whoever wins. And Koho, get rid of that thing on your face.
Yeah.
Also, I don't want to bury the lead that I did knock out Sean Wasserkrug. I just want to put that out there.
20.
And your winner by way of
and Dylan, you're being a bit too vicious right now. Gonna need you to calm down.
Yeah, sorry, I'll tone it down a bit. My bad.
Also, this is my first beer of the night. Let's get rolling.
Absolutely. All right. So we will say goodbye to Nick for now. We'll bring in the Barbarian, Jacoby Bancroft, as manager. Scott, Harvey. Jacoby, you were, I think you stunned yourself at the end of last match.
Yeah.
With one of your classic post-match, like, oh my gods, which I love so much. How are you feeling about your odds tonight, and how do you feel about being here?
My odds tonight. Well, we'll see what happens. What I like is that I know what I like about playing Tim is I know he's probably just as nervous as I am because I know we both get like nervous here. So that's a lot of fun. But I am really just happy to be here. You know, I'm happy to play Tim. I'm happy to play Will. I consider both of these guys my friends. You know, so about my odds tonight. I was a little busy with other things, you know, just studying and preparing in certain fashion. And then I turned focus on this. So we'll see what happens here. So hopefully I did enough. But you know, anything can happen. What my other two matches have proved is that anything can happen because I'm just as surprised.
Yeah.
Scott, sorry if I stepped over you.
Oh, you're fine. I just want to say disgruntled dad Tim might be my new favorite multiplex character probably, but no, my laptop is in the shop, which is why I'm very vertical tonight, but I was not going to miss this opportunity for Jacoby to win the belt. I'm very excited for him. Obviously I want him to win for selfish reasons for our faction, but also, you know, I think from a neutral perspective, it's really cool to see somebody who's been around for so long, who's been grinding, and, you know, has been close to this point, but not quite gotten there, you know, now get that chance. So happy to be in Jacoby's corner tonight. I think it's going to be a really good match on all fronts. And yeah, want to see him holding that belt at the end of the night.
And Koho, don't shave that thing on your face.
It's very kind of you. We'll see, but it's Scott for now. We will bring in finally the virtuoso Will Cohen, his manager, John Marr. You are, like as mentioned, the only quote unquote favorite to win your match and be here, the highest seed here. Dominant performances all the way. How are you feeling about being here and your odds of winning tonight?
So before I answer that question, I have to take care of some business, of course, because I started something in my last match that I'm definitely continuing here with 3 little words: epic beer run. Let's go. How do I feel? It's weird being the only one from like the top 6, but I'm also, when I look at my competitors, I'm also the one who's been here the shortest amount of time. And so there's odd pressure on both sides of that coin, because both Tim and Jacoby took out higher seed players. Hell, Tim took out the 1 seed player. He took out the person that I thought was going to be in my way. So I don't know if I'm in his or he's in mine, but either way, that's scary as hell. I think this is going to be a very fun match through and through. I think this is going to be a very competitive match. I think this is going to be closer than anyone, if they're cooking books or anything like that, is going to think that this match is going to be. But I think this is going to be just a thrill match from start to finish. John, what do you got to say?
I say the community just compromises. Koho, shave half of it like John Waters, and we'll be okay.
Damn. I hate it. All right. Well, then we will say goodbye to John for now. I will contemplate shaving half. It's not happening. All right. So we'll get into round number 1, which works like this. This is the whiteboard round. You're each going to get 8 questions from 8 different areas within the realm of general movie trivia. Should you get all 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 4 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule. Any questions as we get into round number 1? All right, then.
Good luck, guys.
You too.
Your first question comes to the category of recent releases. A pair of business rivals discover that they're identical twins and decide to swap places in an attempt to trick their divorced parents to get back together in what A24 musical?
You want to know what's crazy?
Sure.
I'm wearing an A24 hoodie right now.
Oh, wow. I thought you were going to say this
on brand.
I thought you were going to say this happened to you, and I was going to be like, crazy. There you go, I guess. You know.
No, it was very underwhelming, actually. I'm just wearing a hoodie.
Great. 2, 1. Hey, that hoodie's cool. Pens down, we'll go to Will.
Dix the musical.
We'll go to Jacoby.
Dix the musical.
And Tim.
Dix the musical.
Dix the musical is correct. Clean sweep 1-1-1 across the board going into the second question from Mr. Banthine.
Yep. In the category of war, In Master and Commander Far Side of the World, the HMS Surprise is hunting down a ship from what European country? You know, after the last question, I believe this is the second match in a row that Tim has played in where there was a question about dicks in round 1.
I was thinking that.
This will just be a continuous trend for the rest of the time. This is the secret mouse tool that we'll use later. 5, 4, 3.
Oh,
2.
I understood that reference.
Hands down, we will go to Jacoby.
I said France.
We'll go to Tim.
I said England.
We'll go to Will.
I also said France.
France is correct. So Jacoby will get the points 2-1 as we get to your third question in the category of classics. In 1, 2, 3, C.R. McNamara works for what beverage company?
Can you count to 3?
Shit.
Almost. Oh, damn. It's too bad.
Damn it, it's that Minnesota education.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
Repeat.
That is Will's first repeat. Your question again. In 1, 2, 3, C.R. McNamara works for what beverage company?
Hey, you did it that time. Good job.
Maybe if it's like words on a page that I can read, maybe I can read.
Yes. Not numbers in your mind, but words on a page. I get it. Yeah.
It's because I can't do math. Can I do like reading comprehension? I guess.
I can't do math, but I can do reading.
2, 1. Hands down, we'll go to Tim.
I don't know. Coca-Cola.
We'll go to Will.
I don't know. Coca-Cola.
And we'll go to Jacoby.
I do know. Thank you, round table. Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola is correct. So everyone will get the point. 3-3-2 as you get your next question.
In the category of action/adventure, in Point Break, during his heists, Bodhi wears a mask of what historical figure?
My favorite thing, I think, when Tim plays a match is when he's like, I don't know this. And it's just casually the correct answer. It's my favorite.
Educated guesses.
Fun fact, I rigged PepsiCo for Coca-Cola.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Sorry, Nick. We will go back to Will.
I said Richard Nixon.
We'll go to Jacoby.
President Nixon.
And Tim.
I said John F. Kennedy.
All incorrect. We're looking for Ronald Reagan. Reagan. All in the right vein, though. So we'll move on to your next question, which will come in the category of directors.
Good luck.
Thank you. I need it. Krzysztof Kowalkowski directed all 3 films in the Three Colors trilogy. What is the first film in this trilogy?
I believe there's an S missing there. I believe it is Kieslowski.
Kieslowski.
Second name. Yeah.
Listen, we said reading comprehension, and then I failed that too. So, am I?
Nailed the first name though. Good job. There we go. Nick knows the answer now.
that clicked everything. We know how important your mess can be. 5, 4,
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacoby.
I don't know which one's first. I said red.
We'll go to Tim.
Pretty sure red is first.
And we'll go to Will.
Damn it, I said blue.
Blue is correct.
Oh shit.
Tim, you got my hopes up.
Sorry, I was like really certain. Okay.
4 to 3 to 2 as you get your next question.
In the category of comedy, in Stripes, what was the profession of John before he became a soldier? Blue is actually my favorite of that trilogy, though.
Oh, great.
I mean, Juliette Binoche, you can't go wrong. She's great. She's probably in some trash. I don't know.
I haven't seen any.
What?
I'm colorblind. I don't know if you know that. But
So you can't watch the movie?
I guess 2. 1. Hands down. I wouldn't know which one's which. We'll go to Tim.
I said garbage man.
We'll go to Will.
Janitor.
And Jacoby.
I said bartender.
All incorrect. We're looking for taxi driver. Driver. So we'll go to your ultimate question in the category of Oscars. What was the only film in the 1970s that Meryl Streep was nominated for an Oscar that she didn't win? Scott giving me the ranking of the Three Colors trilogy.
Yeah, red and blue are close. Yes.
Is that a hot take, or is that the correct?
That's what most people say. I think I'm in the minority preferring blue. But I think most people agree that white is probably the weakest.
All right, cool. Just mini YLS section. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Will.
I have no idea, so I said defending your life.
We'll go to Jacoby.
I crossed out Kramer vs. Kramer and scribbled Silkwood, but in a very scribbled fashion.
We'll go to Tim.
I don't even know if it came out in the 70s. Kramer versus Kramer.
Tim's the only one who named a 70s movie, but we were looking for The Deer Hunter. The Deer
She didn't
Hunter.
win for that?
Sure.
Wow.
So we'll go to your final question from Dylan.
Yep. In the category of animated, Charlize Theron and Matthew McConaughey voice the parents to the main character in what animated film? All right, so I must have missed something. Who was Nick referring to when he said, yeah, she sucks?
Meryl Streep.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I agree with that, but
I feel like that is what we would call a spicy take. It's a flaming hot take there.
Maybe we can get clarification when we bring him back on screen.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Jacoby.
No idea.
We'll go to Tim.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
And we'll go to Will.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Kubo and the Two Strings is correct. So coming out of round number 1, Will holds the lead with 5, but Tim and Jacoby are tied at 3, and anything can happen as we get into round number 2, which works like this. You guys are each going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheelside.com, as it is the wheel round. Once you land on a category you like, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt multiple choice and devalues it down to being only worth 1, though. You can spin again, but you're stuck with it ever to land on the second time. Be aware there is stealing in this round. 4 wrong answers. Your categories on the wheel tonight are Sandra Bullock rom-coms, action-adventure, recent releases, romantic comedies, directed by Hayao Miyazaki, 2010s, animation, 1990s, soft franchise, comic book movies, 2000s, and music. So, Will, you are in the lead. We'll bring in your manager, John. Would you like to go first or defer to go?
I don't know what you discussed prior, Will. There's a lot of categories in the wheel, so I don't know if you want to hang back or if you want to go for it. I'm cool either way. There's no spinners and opponents to worry about.
Right.
What do you think of your odds?
Let's at least hold back 1.
All right, then we will
See where
defer
we're
to whoever you're choosing to go second.
Okay. We'll say goodbye to John. We'll bring in Scott since we are tied. Jacoby, you're the higher seed. Would you like to go or defer to Tim?
I think we should also defer Jacoby.
I think so too. Let's see what the round 2 questions are like.
Let's see it.
Okay, so we'll say goodbye to Scott. We'll say hello to Nick, and this will be Tim's first spin at the wheel. You land on directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
I mean, I do feel good about it, but we talked about it. We should spin again.
Well, you didn't tell me that you felt good about it when we talked about it.
Yes, I did. There's no spinners and opponents. It doesn't matter. But yes, I think we should spin again.
At strength level, yeah, that might be tough.
Let's spin again, please.
All right, you'll be stuck with everyone on the spin. You'll be getting questions from the category of action adventure.
Multiple, breathe, dicks. Bye.
Yeah, thank God he's at the end of that.
I know. I was debating that. I was like, I didn't know for certain.
Tim, I'll go ahead and give you your questions in the category of action adventure. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, then your first question. What classic adventure film directed by Michael Anderson was remade in 2004?
Fortune favors the bold. Sahara.
That's incorrect. Will and Jacoby has the 2-point steal. Forget to mention.
2004. I have no idea.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, now I know it, I think.
Hands down. We'll go to Will.
I didn't have anything written down.
We'll go to Jacoby.
When did Hidalgo come out?
Is it Flight of the Phoenix?
No, the answer we're looking for is Around the World in 80 Days.
Oh.
All right, Tim, your second question. In True Lies, Harry rescues his wife from what specific vehicle while traveling down a bridge?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, ambulance, B, school bus, C, fire truck, or D, limousine.
A.
A is incorrect. Will and Jacoby the chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, ambulance, B, school bus, C, fire truck, or D, limousine. Five, four, three, two, one. Hands down. We'll go to Will.
I said D for limousine.
And we'll go to Jacoby.
I also said D for limousine.
Limousine is correct for the 1 point steal. All right, Tim, your third question. In American Assassin, what is the alias that Taylor Kitsch's character goes by?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Sandman, B, Grinch, C, Ghost, or D, Banshee.
Ghost.
That is correct for 1 point. Your fourth question. Who plays the mayor of Dante's Peak, Rachel Wando, in Dante's Peak?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Sigourney Weaver, B, Linda Hamilton, C, Glenn Close, or D, Jennifer Jason Leigh.
Can I get a full repeat?
Absolutely, that'll be your first repeat. Who plays the mayor of Dante's Peak, Rachel Wando, in Dante's Peak? Is it A, Sigourney Weaver, B, Linda Hamilton, C, Glenn Close, or D, Jennifer Jason Leigh?
I'm going to go with my gut and say A.
A is incorrect. Will and Jacoby for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Sigourney Weaver, B, Linda Hamilton, C, Glenn Close, or D, Jennifer Jason Leigh. Five, four, three, two, one. Pens down. We'll go to Jacoby.
B, Linda Hamilton.
And we'll go to Will.
I also said B for Linda Hamilton.
B, Linda Hamilton is correct for the 1 point steal. And Tim, your final question, action adventure. What 2000s action film features the main characters making their last stand in a home decor store? Four.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, B, Shooter, C, Miami Vice, or D, Hitman.
All right, so I was nowhere on the right track. Can I hear the options one more time?
Absolutely. Your options again are A, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, B, Shooter, C, Miami Vice, or D, Hitman.
A.
A, Mr. and Mrs. Smith is correct for 1 point. So at the end of Tim's spin, he gets a score up to 5, but the steals put Jacoby at 5 and Will at 7 as we'll bring back the wheel and we go back to
What's Will's score? Tim's score? Sorry.
7.
Will
has
5.
You guys have 7. Okay.
Will, would you like to go or defer to Jacoby?
I say we defer again.
Let's defer again then.
Yeah.
All right, so we bring in Scott, and this will be Jacoby's spin at the wheel.
Hi, Scott.
Hi.
It's on the
All
category
right.
No.
Miyazaki, would you like to keep
Oh no.
No,
I mean, yes.
Jacoby, you're ready for this. We've been studying
ready
it for
for it.
weeks.
I
Okay.
watched these movies and I've seen most of them, and I can't not take this.
You got
So,
this.
multiple choice if I need
Multiple
to.
choices
I feel like
there.
I
Yeah,
should've.
you're in a good spot.
Yeah, you would have been much better, Tim.
I think so. I think
You probably would have do better at this. Let's
All
see.
right, Jacoby, you're keeping Hayao Miyazaki. Dylan, would you like to go ahead and give Jacoby his questions in Hayao Miyazaki?
Sure thing. All right, your first question in the category of directed by Hayao Miyazaki. Who voices Ursula, a painter, in the English dub of Kiki's Delivery Service?
Oh, I didn't know we were going to be asking about. English voice casts. That's why I kept it broad of directed. So I watched the shoot. Multiple choice.
All right. Your options are A. Demi Moore, B. Janine Garofalo, C. Daryl Hannah, or D. Ali Sheedy.
B as in boy.
That is correct for 1 point. Your next question. In Howl's Moving Castle, Sophie works at a shop that primarily sells what kind of items?
Hats.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Oh, sorry, what? Never mind. All right, your next question. What is the name of the fox squirrel that Nausicaa befriends near the beginning of Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind?
Name questions. Multiple choice, please.
All right. Your options are A. Kai, B. Taro, C. Kit, or D. Tito.
Taro.
It's unfortunately incorrect. Will and Tim for the 1 point steal. Is it A. Kai, B. Taro, C. Kit, or D. Tito?
Four, three, two, one. Hands down. We'll go to Will.
I said Kit.
And we'll go to Tim.
I said A.
Unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for D. Tito.
Oh, okay.
It was a T.
Right. Your penultimate question in this category. In Spirited Away, Yubaba's son Bo is transformed by a Shikigami into what type of animal?
A mouse.
It's correct for 2 points. Now your final question in this category. In The Wind Rises, Jiro is hired to design planes for what aircraft company?
Let's go multiple choice.
Right. Your options are A. Kawasaki, B. Nakajima, C. Mitsubishi, or D. Kawanishi.
Mitsubishi. C.
That is correct for 1 point.
All right, so at the end of Jacoby's turn, he gets to score up to 11. No steals on that one, so Will remains at 7 and Tim at 5. So we'll bring back the wheel and John for Will's spin.
Good job, Jacoby.
Thank you. On my strength.
And on 2,000, so like to keep it or spin again.
Here's where we're at. You're 4 off the lead. How do you feel about the 2000s in general?
In general, I usually feel pretty good about it.
All right, so I'm okay with whatever you decide then, as long as you feel you could navigate your way through it, because it's not
Something in my head is telling me to take it. I want to take it.
All right, I agree with you. Let's go. Good luck.
Keeping the 2000s. I'll go ahead and give you your questions in the category of the 2000s. All right. Your first question, Will. In dodgeball, what celebrity is the final judge that allows average Joes to compete in the championship match?
Chuck Norris.
That is correct for 2 points. Second question. In The Day After Tomorrow, Jack is trying to convince someone with what political position that the climate crisis is real?
I don't want to mess up the wording. Multiple choice.
Your options are A, Senator, B, Secretary of State, C, Vice President, or D, Attorney General.
Secretary of State.
That is incorrect. Jacoby and Tim, the chance to 1 point steal. Your options are A, Senator, B, Secretary of State, C, Vice President, or D, Attorney General? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, we'll go to Jacoby.
Said C, Vice President.
And we'll go to Tim.
I said D.
C, Vice President is correct. So Jacoby will get the 1 point steal on that one. As we go to Will's third question. What 2000s film centers around a series of murders called The God's Hand Killings?
Let's go multiple.
Your multiple choice options are A, The Number 23, B, Identity, C, The Cell, or D, Frailty.
Frailty.
That is correct for 1 point.
Can I get a quick score update?
Is 12 for Jacoby, 10 for you, 5 for Tim.
Okay.
Your fourth question. Who directed Finding Neverland?
Oh. Multiple, please.
Multiple choice options are A, Francis Lawrence, B, Taylor Hackford, C, Mark Forster, or D, Stephen Daldry.
Can I hear those options one more time, please?
Sure enough. A, Francis Lawrence, B, Taylor Hackford, C, Mark Forster, or D, Stephen Daldry.
Between two. Taylor Hackford?
That is incorrect. Tim and Jacoby with a chance for the 1 point steal. Your options are A, Francis Lawrence, B, Taylor Hackford, C, Mark Forster, or D, Stephen Daldry. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll go to Tim.
Hey, I got one. Mark Forster.
We'll go to Jacoby.
C, Mark Forster.
Forster.
Yeah, that was the other one I was between.
And your final question, Will, in the 2000s. In P.S. I Love You, Jerry dies of what specific illness?
Oh, Jesus. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, lymphoma, B, leukemia, C, stomach cancer, or D, brain cancer.
Can I get one more? Do I have one more for repeat of the options?
You do. Your options
Okay, let's use that, please.
A, lymphoma, B, leukemia, C, stomach cancer, or D, brain cancer.
Is it lymphoma?
That is incorrect. Tim and Jacoby's chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, lymphoma, B, leukemia, C, stomach cancer, or D, brain cancer.
Maggie made me watch this movie too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is staying in your voice. Pens down. We'll go to Jacoby.
I said leukemia. B.
I will go to Tim.
That's also what I said. B.
I was looking for D, brain cancer.
Of course.
So at the end of round number 2, I have Jacoby in the lead with 13. Will with the score up to 10. Tim with that steal up to 6. Anything can happen as we get to round number 3, which is the deep cuts round, and it works like this. Each competitor chose a movie that they wanted a deep cut question from, and they came to a consensus on the fourth one. So there are 4 movies in total. All 4 of your questions are worth 2 points apiece. It is a whiteboard round. Your first movie that you will be getting questions from tonight is The Happy Time Murders. And your question is, how many kids does Bumbly the Rabbit have?
I was just looking at the private chat. I just realized Mark put something from 3 minutes in the future. That's crazy.
I know, isn't that crazy?
I don't know how he did that. That man's a time traveler.
He is. I don't know how he
transcends time and space.
He does. It's crazy. Hi.
So glad I memorized the Milk movie.
I thought it was going to be that one too, to be honest.
Hands down. We will go to Will.
I hope I didn't blow this. 46.
We will go to Jacoby.
I said 48 kids.
And we'll go to Tim.
And I was between 46 and 48, and I went 48.
1948 is correct. So Tim and Jacoby will get the points on that one. As we go to your next movie, which is your next movie is what? Dylan?
It is The Man with the Golden Gun. And your question. What room was Andrea Anders staying at in the Peninsula Hotel? We just need the number.
Rue told me they're going to ask about room numbers. And I was like, I'm going to remember that. And then...
2 numbers. Love it.
Whoops.
Sorry. I told myself I wasn't going to be a dick. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I did that in one of my matches recently. It's all good.
Tim, did you decide you'd be dick to music? 3, 2.
I don't fucking know.
Hands down. We'll go to Jacoby first.
I said 602.
We will go to Tim.
I said 10.
We will go to Will.
602.
Holy shit.
602 is correct.
Thank you, Rue. I love you, Rue.
All right, your next movie is The Irishman. Your question is, when Russ and Frank first meet, Russ tells him that what part of his truck is loose?
Dang it. Dang it, dang it.
Are you more of a fan of people named Russ or Frank? Tough question, I see.
They were like, telling. 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We will start with Tim.
This might cause some problems. All I said was a cap.
We will go to Will.
I thought it was the timing chain cap.
And we will go to Jacoby.
I said radiator cap.
We cannot accept any of those answers. We were looking for the timing chain. The timing chain.
Oh.
So if that, no one will get the points on that one.
John wants to be brought in.
John wants to be brought in. Bring in John.
You probably want to check the script because it is a timing chain, but I do believe he says the cap on the timing chain is loose. I do believe those are the exact words he uses.
Are you challenging?
Will, do you agree with me or not?
I kind of do because I was in the notes and everything.
Yeah.
And I do remember that scene.
We're gonna challenge that then.
All right, then we will go ahead. We'll be right back after this challenge.
Is that a challenge?
All right, back from that challenge. We watched the scene, we examined, and due to the lingo used in the scene, we are awarding not just Will the points, but Tim the points because it is. Will is the most correct, but a cap is specifically also correct in that case. So it will be 14 for Will, 10 for Tim, 17 for Jacoby as we go into the final movie in the Deep Cuts round, which is what movie, Dylan?
It is in the film Game Night. Your question. During the first time we see Brooks play Guess the Person, name 3 of the 7 people Brooks correctly gets the players to guess, and we will give you extra time for this. That means we got a banter, Koho. We have extra time. What do we do?
We do. We have the challenge happening, and then just threw off the Sons of Rhythm. That was a very vicious comment, Dylan. You're right. We need to.
I was right. Sorry, I forgot I had to tone it down.
3, 2.
Repeat.
All right, that is Jacoby's first repeat.
Your question again. During the first time we see Brooks play Guess the Person, name 3 of the 7 people Brooks correctly gets the players to guess.
And you have to say the part where we give them extra time. That was a part of.
Yes. Sorry, my bad. That was pretty vicious there for you, man. Just really coming at me like that.
I think we switched. We switched. Yeah. Whoever's on the screen.
The dynamic is ever evolving between us.
It's just a constant progression of vitriol. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Will.
I said Sam Neill, Skeet Ulrich, and Boutros Ghali.
We are going to go to Jacoby.
Said Marilyn Manson, Sam Neill, and Cecil.
We are going to go to Tim.
I'm not going to show my answer. It's very wrong.
I believe we can give Jacoby and Will the points on that one.
Yep.
So that makes it.
The answers that we had, I'll just go through them. We had Marilyn Manson, Skeet Ulrich, Boutros Ghali, Sam Neill, Skrillex, Picasso, and Cecil the Lion.
And so can I bring in John as well?
Yeah.
Nick wants to be brought in as well.
All right. I'll bring in Nick.
Different location every time.
Okay. Ulrich. I'm asking Tim, Will.
Okay.
Okay, so what did he put?
Skeet Ulrich with a C. You know what? Scott's a lawyer. Bye.
John, please.
John.
Will phonetically spelled his name correctly because he pronounces it Ulrich. Skeet Ulrich is how you pronounce it.
And so my question here, John.
Yeah.
He put Cecil, not Cecil the Lion.
What I would say is, does the paper say Cecil the Lion or does it say Cecil?
We don't see the paper, but they say Cecil the Lion.
If that's what they guess, and if that's what they guess in the movie and it's ruled correct, I'll challenge it. Because if that's what they guess and that answer is deemed correct, they don't say Cecil, they say Cecil the Lion. So we'll challenge. Officially, go ahead.
Is that a challenge?
Right back from that challenge, after much debate about the personage of a lion named Cecil and whether or not it counts, we've decided to scrap the question and give a replacement. So your replacement question in the category of game night. When Annie returns to treat Max's gunshot wound, name 3 of the 5 items she said she bought.
That might have been the most overwhelmed I've ever been during a challenge, because I think all 3 managers had their own challenge, their own different challenge.
It's like a weird piece of puzzle from different sides.
I thought my head was about to explode. I was like,
weird moment. That's one of those where if we had a Patreon, maybe we put that up there for them.
Wanted to fake an internet outage.
Repeat, please.
We'll second repeat. Question again. When Annie returns to treat Max's gunshot wound, name 3 of the 5 items she said she bought.
Real quick, Jacoby used a repeat on the question we scrapped, right?
Oh, yeah, but that still counts, right?
Yeah, so he gets it back. Yeah.
You get it back?
You would get it back.
Yeah, because the question was thrown out. Yeah.
Cool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Will.
I said a magazine, Chardonnay, and a squeezy toy.
We will go to Jacoby.
She calls it Shard, which is wine, a squeeze toy, and gloves.
And Tim.
I said wine, sewing kit, squeaky dog toy.
The answers we have here are pocket knife, tweezers, sewing kit, gauze, and Chardonnay.
I want to challenge then.
Is that a challenge?
Back with the challenge, we'll be accepting all answers to that question. All of them are correct. So the score now is 19 for Jacoby, 16 for Will, and 12 for Tim. Is that what you have, Dylan?
That is what I have, yep.
Perfect. So we move on to round number 4, which is the Revenge of the Wheel round, and it works like this. Each competitor is going to choose what category to give to an opponent. They're going to pick the opponent and the category they want. Once a opponent has received a category, they cannot be chosen again. You cannot give someone your own strength. You can give them their strength, I guess, if you want to. But you will not have multiple choice. You'll be answering 5 questions for 2 points apiece without the aid of multiple. Once again, Jacoby's in the lead. So, Jacoby, you will get to choose first. Who would you like to give a category to? And what category?
Bring in. Do I talk to Scott?
And Scott. There he is.
All right. I think we should give something to Will since he's closer to you right now.
Yeah, that's what kind of is unfortunate.
Okay,
but
I think there's 2 choices here. I think maybe either music or comic book movies.
He's a pretty good fandom player.
Okay.
And I thought
comic book movies. Remember, comic book movies is going to be probably a lot outside of fandom or more obscure ones.
Yeah.
Since fandom is its own thing.
And then I'm pretty sure like music is a good one as well, but he also drafted music, I think, in round 5. Like he picked that as a category.
Well, that doesn't leave us with much else. So.
It does not. So
we could always just go 90s and hope for the best. I mean, there's no multiple choice. So honestly, the 2000s questions were hard. Like
they
without
were
multiple
pretty
choice.
hard.
So maybe we go 90s and, again, hope for the no multiple choice.
Yeah, because let's go with that.
All right.
So 90s was what was showed.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we will take Scott out. Put the wheel in the back for now.
There's no stealing in this round either,
no,
right?
No stealing. Correct. Yep.
So I don't need to be like.
No. You're okay. All right. Well, you've been given the category of the 1990s. Dylan, you want to go ahead and give us questions in the 90s?
Sure thing. All right. Your first question, Will, in the 1990s.
Okay.
Who directed The Replacement Killers?
John Woo.
Unfortunately incorrect. We're looking for Antoine Fuqua.
Okay.
Your next question. What 90s comedy does the main character question another character about how they cook their grits?
My Cousin Vinny.
Correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays Commander Anderson, the leader of the Navy SEALs team that is killed in The Rock?
Ed Harris.
Fortunately incorrect. We were looking for Michael Biehn.
Okay.
Your penultimate question. What does Buffalo Bill get Catherine Martin to help him with that leads to her kidnapping in Silence of the Lambs?
Lighting a pilot light on the furnace?
It's unfortunately incorrect. We have load furniture.
Oh, okay.
All right, so then your final question in this category. After ruining Christmas dinner, Scott and his son eat at what chain restaurant in The Santa Claus?
Denny's.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right, so at the end of his turn, Will is back in with 20. Jacoby at 19, Tim still at 12. So we'll bring in John and the list. Will, what would you like to give and who to?
Those two things we talked about, whichever one you want to do, you should do it. I think you should probably do what you wanted to do for Jacoby just because he's, obviously closest to you in score.
Right, but then I guess it doesn't matter because then Jacoby and I would have to kind of discuss what category to give Tim later or something like that.
That's a conversation we'd be willing to have.
Okay. Yeah. So then I will
Depends what you give me here, Will. Okay, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and give Jacoby music, please.
Music it is. All right, so we'll go back. So it's John.
You got this, Jacoby.
Thank you. Thank
you,
Tim.
Question in the category of music. First question. In what 90s music film do the main characters have a cover band named Mystery dedicated to their favorite rock band?
Rock bands. I'll go Airheads.
That is incorrect. Looking for Detroit Rock City.
Nope.
Your second question. After getting his hearing implants, Ruben travels to what European city to see Lou in Sound of Metal?
Amsterdam.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Paris. Your third question. What is the name of the final piece of music Andrew plays at the JVC concert in Whiplash?
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I see that scene, and I'm not nowhere near gonna pull that without a multiple. Drummer's Delight.
As incorrect, we're looking for Caravan.
Caravan.
I'm really sad it's not Drummer's Delight. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I know, right? Should have been.
Your
Alternate
first question. In Rockstar, what is Chris's nickname in the film?
I think that's the Mark Wahlberg one. Something like, no. I don't know, Dragon?
That is incorrect. We're looking for Izzy.
Izzy.
And your final question in music. In Mr. Holland's opus, who plays Vice Principal Gene Walters?
I don't even know what year that could be. Dustin Hoffman.
Olympia Dukakis.
Incorrect.
Will.
We were looking for William H. Macy.
Oh, that's wrong.
Yes, you're not even right. Fuck off.
All right. So Tim is the last person who needs to get a category. So we'll have to decide as we bring in John.
Scott, are we just talking about this because we're the managers? What do you like?
I guess so. I mean, everything that's left is pretty good for Tim from what I'm. Well, wait. Rom-coms is still out there, right?
Yeah, I think we would probably say rom-coms if you're good with rom-coms.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then we're in consensus as long as Jacoby and Will agree with us.
Sure.
All right, cool. We're good.
Rom-coms. Okay. Say goodbye to John. Say goodbye to Scott. Say goodbye to Will. Dylan, you want to go ahead and give Tim his questions in the category of rom-coms?
Sure thing. So your first question in the category of rom-coms. Once I find it. There it is. All right. In 1999's But I'm a Cheerleader, besides the fact that she listens to Melissa Etheridge, for what other reason do Megan's parents suspect that she is gay?
Well, this could get offensive very easily. I've never seen this film. Let's say she has a poster of an actress in her room.
It's incorrect. We're looking for she is a vegetarian. Your next question.
Watch that.
In what 2000s romantic comedy is there a scene where a man in a video store is showing a woman a copy of The Graduate DVD while the real Dustin Hoffman is watching?
The Holiday.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays interior decorator Jan Morrow in the classic romantic comedy Pillow Talk?
Faye Dunaway.
That is incorrect. We're looking for Doris Day.
Ah, yes.
Your penultimate question. Who directed the 1980s romantic comedy The Sure Thing?
Gary Marshall.
It's incorrect. We're looking for Rob Reiner.
Oh my god, I literally thought that. Not to be barred. I literally thought that. Oh my god.
And your final question in this category. What 2010s romantic comedy is a remake of the 1969 comedy Cactus Flower?
Oh. Oh, that sounds so familiar. You're going to say it, and I'm going to be pissed. How many repeats do I have?
3, I believe.
Fuck it. Repeat the question.
Second repeat.
Your question again. What 2010s romantic comedy is a remake of the 1969 comedy Cactus Flower?
Four, 3, 2, 1.
The Proposal. It's wrong, but I don't know.
It's incorrect. We're looking for Just Go With It.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Interesting.
All right, so at the end of round number 4, Will we takes the lead with 20, Jacoby right behind with 19, and Tim with 14. But anything can happen as we get into round number 5, which is the pick your poison round, and it works like this. You're each going to draft categories from the giant pool of categories that you guys put forth in the green room. Once a category has been taken, it cannot be taken by another competitor. Once you have 4 categories for yourself, you'll be choosing which one you want to take, 1, and then a 2, and then a 3, and a 4-point question. We will go until we have ourselves a singles champion. Any questions as we get into round number 5?
No.
All right, then the categories that you can choose from tonight are action adventure, recent releases, romantic comedies, musicals, comic book movies, 2010s, mystery thriller, animation, 1990s, music, sci-fi fantasy, and actors and actresses. We'll let these guys draft. We'll be back with you momentarily. All right, we are back into round number 5. The competitors have chosen their categories. So we will start with Tim, since he is furthest behind. What category would you like for your 1-point value?
I'll take actors and actresses, please.
Actors and actresses is all right. Your first question in the your 1-point question in the category of actors and actresses, Tim. How many times has Joe Pesci worked with Martin Scorsese?
Do I get extra time on this?
A little extra time. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
That's Tim's second repeat, or third repeat. Sorry. Your question again. How many times has Joe Pesci worked with Martin Scorsese?
Wow, I almost forgot a big one. That would have been fucking stupid. Okay.
5, 4, 3.
5.
That is incorrect. We're looking for 4.
Fuck. Okay.
Before being Raging Bull, Goodfellas, Casino, and The Irishman. All right. So, Tim, what would you like for your 2-point question?
Sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi fantasy. And your question in sci-fi fantasy is, what 2010s sci-fi film features a cast including Zoe Kravitz, Riley Keough, and Nicholas Hoult?
Mad Max Fury Road.
That is correct for 2 points. We stick with you since you are still behind. What category would you like for 3 points?
Doesn't matter, right? Animation.
Animation is. All right, your 3-point question in the category of animation. In 9, John C. Reilly voices a character named after what number?
4.
It's incorrect. We're looking for 5.
What the fuck?
Oh, that sucks.
So that means we will be staying with you for your 4-point question category of comic movies. If Tim hits this, he stays alive. If he misses, he will be eliminated. Your 4-point question in the category of comic movies. In Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Peter is assigned to do a book report on what classic book? Miles. I missed it.
I should know this. Wuthering Heights.
It's incorrect. We're looking for Great Expectations.
That's what it is.
All right. So with that, Tim has been eliminated. We go to Jacoby. What would you like for your 1 point category?
Let's think. What do I want to take? I'll take mystery thriller, please.
All right, Dylan, you want to go ahead and give us questions? Mystery thriller?
He is muted.
That's weird. I don't know why I was muted. All right. Your question in mystery/thriller. Who plays Hercule Poirot in 1978's Death on the Nile and 1982's Evil Under the Sun?
I have all 4 repeats, right?
Yes.
Oh, I'm blanking on his name, I think. If I'm even thinking of the right person.
4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Your question again. Who plays Hercule Poirot in 1978's Death on the Nile and 1982's Evil Under the Sun?
I think it's... But I forgot the guy's name. How am I blanking on his name? It's going to come down to 3s and 4s.
3, 2.
No, I don't. I can't think of his name.
We're looking for Peter Ustinov.
All right, what category would you like for your 2 point question?
I think I'm going to do action. Scott agrees. I'm going to do action for action adventure.
Right. Your question in action/adventure. What specifically does the title refer to in Broken Arrow?
I'm going to say a plane.
Unfortunately, incorrect. We are looking for stolen nuclear warhead.
Oh, sure. Okay.
All right, what category would you like for your...
Let's go 2010s.
So your question in the category of 2010s. In what 2010s coming-of-age film will you find the main characters singing the first Pokemon theme song to hype themselves up?
Ooh. Sounds familiar. 3 repeats. Okay.
Four, 3, 2.
Repeat.
In what 2010s coming-of-age film will you find the main characters singing the first Pokemon theme song to hype themselves up?
No. Me, Earl, and the Dying Girl.
It's unfortunately incorrect. We were looking for Paper Towns.
All right, so this is the situation. Jacoby's going to have to take his 4-pointer in recent releases. If he hits, Will will have to answer some questions. If he misses, Will be the singles champion. Your question from Dylan.
Your question in recent releases. What is the screen name of Keith Gill that he uses during his Wall Street videos in Dumb Money?
Ooh. Ooh. Well, I think you got this. I mean, I won't spoil the surprise. I mean, I'm right there. It's on the tip of my tongue. Two repeats, right? Yeah. Repeat.
Third repeat.
Your question again. What is the screen name of Keith Gill that he uses during his Wall Street videos in Dumb Money?
Yeah, it's something to do with a cat. He has a headband. If he wears the headband.
5, 4, 3.
One more, right? Kind of repeat the question.
Your question again. What is the screen name of Keith Gill that he uses during his Wall Street videos in Dumb Money?
Yeah, I'm circling around it. I think I could be way off though. So I'll just I'm gonna say Ninja Cat.
And your winner and new Movie Melee Singles Champion, Will the Virtuoso Cohen. The answer was Roaring Kitty. Roaring Kitty. You were circling it. We are what a game, Dylan.
Yeah, a tough game. I'd say that. This is I think a lot of the competitors maybe were a little shocked by the difficulty of the title match questions, which it can be quite challenging. But hey, I think Will played a very strong game, especially when he was able to claw back in round 4 after coming. Like Jacoby had a very commanding lead coming out of round number 2, and Will was able to just get right back in the game, knowing what category to give him in round number 4, which I think played a big role in that. Like the music questions, they were clearly not in Jacoby's wheelhouse, it seemed. But yeah, a good match all around. Yeah, I don't think Tim's performance is emblematic of how good of a player he is, because I know he earned his way here. He beat some very tough competitors to get here. And same with Jacoby. I think they're both great players, but the night belongs to Will. He's our new singles champion. Congrats to him.
Absolutely. So we'll go ahead. We'll start our post-match interviews with Tim and Nick. Like Dylan said, I think you played pretty solid, all things considered. Definitely not categories that I think you would have wanted. Your gut told you to actors and actresses at 1, and I don't know what inside info your gut had to get you to there. But you weren't wrong. You were in the ballpark there. So how are you feeling about the match?
It's funny, a behind-the-scenes look on that question. I wrote down Casino, Raging Bull, and The Irishman. And I'm like, there's got to be another one. Would have forgotten Goodfellas. That would have been fucking stupid, so I wrote it down. And the whole time I was like, well, it can't just be 3, so I guess I'll guess 4. And then I remembered Goodfellas and was like, well, it can't just be 4, so I'll guess 5. And then I was wrong. And then I haven't seen fucking 9 since the theaters. I thought I was edgy going to see that film. What a picture. Is that Timur Bucka fucking movie?
What?
That guy's name? The Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter guy. He directed that, right?
Sure.
Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. It sucks. Especially when you get excited about something, you put in the work and it doesn't pan out. And that's fair. I feel better having heard the the Miyazaki questions, because I actually did really enjoy watching those movies. Like Cody gave me shit for it, but I actually really did enjoy watching some of those, because I had only seen a couple, so that was great. On the other hand, I don't know if we can qualify To If by Sea even as a comedy. That was rough as fuck, but I guess that's what you got to do sometimes. You have obscure strengths like that, and use it to your advantage. I don't know, man. It just kind of sucks. I like playing, but I don't like putting in a lot of work, taking time away from other stuff that I could have been doing just to feel like I didn't step up. So I appreciate you guys being sweet, saying that I played well. I hit some questions I didn't think I was gonna. I was most nervous about the deep cut round, and I did better than I thought I was going to in that, given the circumstances. So, I guess that's a win. I appreciate Nick being with me on this ride.
It's been weird.
It has been weird. There were taquitos. And listen, a lot of this game, is luck, but a lot of it also is skill. Like there is obviously real skill that goes into it. People say like a lot of it is luck, like, and that's true. Like I got very lucky beating Matthew to get here. I kind of wish he would have, so he could have given you guys a better performance. But at the end of the day, it's what it is. Happy for Jacoby. He played well. Yeah.
So when you come back, because there's no way we're done with you.
Oh,
you're not done. Don't worry about it. You get to play again. Is there anyone on your mind as to who you'd like to play when you come back?
No. Nick, can I play you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Potentially. Nick has a record. So
I have a record.
He does have a record.
I don't want to talk about it, but I do have a record.
He has a record.
Yeah, if I come back, I'll play Nick. That sounds fun. We'll see what happens.
Sure. Well, we will see you in the next one. We'll go to our second place finisher, Jacoby. You kind of come out ahead at the end of this. No loss with the middle, no win either. So, but you kind of break even. You get to keep the record you had coming in.
You're going to sound like you'll be eligible for the next platinum ticket then.
Sure, yeah.
So how are you feeling about your performance today? It was very good until just very good.
Yeah, I knew it's my fault. Like I knew, like I made the tactical error in round 4 and just giving. I knew that if music was given to me, I knew that I would go 0 for 5. So then I should know that I should give that away, right? Like that's like I should do that. But then I was thinking like I wasn't playing out the situation, which is sometimes my problem as a player, but it was fine. Like it happens. I'm happy with my performance for the first half of this game pretty well. And I'm grateful for my manager for the challenging, for helping me out with Cecil the Lion there. And I had a lot of fun kind of as as Tim was saying, it's just like, you got to watch some things. Like I got to revisit the Saw franchise, and I forgot how much I love that Saw franchise. Rewatched the Miyazaki, saw some good Sandra Bullock rom-coms, saw some bad ones. You're right, 2 If I See is very bad, but some of the other ones, are fun. So that's what it's about. You get to play with some good people. I'm super excited and super happy for Will. For him, he deserves this. I know how much work he puts into this, and so I'm very happy for him. And I'm just happy to play against him. Scott.
Yeah, Jacoby played great. I wouldn't second guess yourself too much on the round 4. The questions were really hard in all the categories in round 4. I think whatever you ended up with there, it was going to be tough sledding. Again, round 5, we kind of got the categories that we would have wanted. Like we got a pretty good lineup. It just the questions just didn't fall our way. It was just one of those freak things. And with it being a title match, obviously, a little bit harder. I mean, I'm one of like the 5 people that like paper towns, so I knew the answer to that question, but I was like, this is a really hard question, just objectively speaking. So don't beat yourself up. Jacoby played great, and he's going to be back, obviously, and I think.
And I was just happy to be here because I've never been to a title match that's in a single, and that's very fun to play. So That's what I'm
by beating Tony, I mean that's a fantastic win that he had. So I think people are going to be on notice, whoever has to play Jacoby next.
That's a great segue. So speaking of which, Jacoby, you will be back. You are guaranteed to be back, and much sooner than you think. Is there anyone you are hoping to be playing when we see you?
Oh, there's so many people. Someone who I haven't played before. I like new people, I guess. That would be cool. Or Nick as well. I'll play Nick as well.
You might not be close enough record-wise to play, but I will see what I can do. Maybe someone new is possible.
Okay.
So we'll see you in a couple more months. We'll bring in our new Movie Melee singles champion, Will the Virtuoso Cohen, his manager, John Marr. A terrific performance today coming out of this one. Not having to answer a round 5 question is an impressive feat to do in a regular title match, let alone a triple threat. How are you feeling in this moment? What's going through your mind?
So many incoherent thoughts, so I want to take care of some business up front. John, you know what I wrote on my board. Epic beer run. Let's go.
Yeah.
Next, I have a favor of the hosts. Can you, if they're still backstage, please bring on Jacoby and Tim, because I actually want to say this to their faces, please.
Sure. Okay. Sure.
Can we do that?
Why not?
I don't think Tim is here, but Jacoby's here.
Glad I didn't get naked or anything immediately after. It was very hot.
So this was an incredible match through and through. This was an incredible tournament through and through. Tim might be, doing adult shit right now, which is perfectly fine. But Tim was the one I was actually the most nervous about, because anyone who can take out 2 Hyatt seed players, especially the number 1 seed in Matthew Chen, is extremely impressive. I have always had nothing but respect for Tim, even though we have just sometimes unforgivable banter, and some of the things I do over in Fandom, I understand makes his life a living hell. So I do appreciate him putting up with me as much as he does. But Jacoby, this is really a full circle moment for me, because one of the first things I did in this community was try out for you and Scott's faction. And after that abysmal audition that I did, you were so nice to me and willing to put up my big brother energy. And I really or my little brother energy, rather, I should say. So thank you so much for being such an awesome person, an awesome friend. You are like whenever I think about the great things of this community, it is you who I think about, honestly. No shit. But speaking of the
so
one
nice. Yeah, you got to put more on yourself, you winner. Jesus, you're great.
But the person that I have to thank from moment one being in my corner is John Marr. We met over in Full Metal. We were just I just friended him out of the blue because I loved the cut of his jib, basically. And the more we started talking, the more we realized like we are in like this weird little bubble together. And he's the one who taught me how to deep cut movies. He is the one who taught me how to study for this community. He has elevated my game so much, and this part of this win really belongs to him and Jake and everyone over in Fun DMC. So thank you everyone for this.
We've come a long way from me telling you to shut up on camera, so that's awesome.
I mean, you just told me to shut up backstage. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
I deserve it. Jesus Christ.
For sure.
I honestly thought I didn't have this. I'm not being modest. As soon as I had that really bad round 2 and then missed the deep cut of my own movie, I just kind of thought it was done, and I just got in the zone. I just decided to chill out the rest of the time and play the game that I normally play. But this is something I didn't dream of achieving within the first 2 full within the first 3 full years of being in this community. This is my 3rd full year as a player here. I didn't think I was gonna. I knew I could get here. I just didn't think it was gonna get here this soon. And I'm just gonna shut up. I'm rambling.
It is a lot. I get it. It is a lot. But you did get the win. It's a huge moment, and I love the energy. You will be back, obviously, to defend this belt. You have a little bit of time to rest on your laurels, potentially. Who knows? But is there anyone that you are hoping to see come down the line for this belt?
So, I won't obviously spoil anything because I know what's going to go back scene. But there is one person I told if I did get this that I wanted to see, and I told it to him. The person who could not be here because of round 2. I actually want to see Matthew Chen and I do battle again, because he's elevated his game and I've elevated my game. And honestly, that's going to be like for the lack of shit talking, because he's too nice to shit talk to. For the lack of shit talk on the entertainment value there, you're going to get like me versus a titan of trivia. I still consider Matthew Chen to be a titan of trivia, and I would love to see that happen.
For sure. Well, it is certainly a possibility we could have. And congratulations again. to the new Movie Melee singles champion, Will the Virtuoso Cohen. It has been a long day, so we can wrap this one up. Dylan, put a final little bow on it.
Yeah, great match, great performance from Will. Yeah, it has been an hour and 40 minutes, so I don't have much else to add, but yeah, great stuff.
Absolutely. So for everyone here, thank you to Will, thank you to John, thank you to Jacoby, thank you to Scott, thank you to Tim, thank you to Nick, thank you to Cody behind the scenes, thank you to all of our writers, thank you to Dylan Marathon. I have been Caleb, and this has been Movie Melee. We'll see you guys real soon with another great match.
Goodbye. Later.
After you, Junior. You'll always have Paris.
Bye-bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Think it'll work?
It would take a
Bye-bye.